One of three men charged in the murder and kidnapping of opposition lawmaker Philip Paulwell's infant daughter and her mother has pleaded guilty. His name is being withheld over safety concerns as he remains in custody. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of kidnapping in the Home Circuit Court on Wednesday. A date is to be set for sentencing. 3 other persons, 2 men and a woman, remain before the court in the case. Reports are that the man who pleaded guilty drove the other accused men to the location where 10-month-old Sarayah Pauwell and her mother, 27-year-old Toshyna Patterson, were killed. It is further reported that he collected money from the female defendant, which he paid to the men after the deed was done. It is being alleged that the female defendant took out a $500,000 murder contract on the mother and daughter. The police had reported that the 10-month-old girl and her mother were brutally killed and their bodies burned and disposed of. The mother and daughter were abducted from their home on Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew on September the 9th. 3 men and a woman were later charged with murder and kidnapping. The court was in session yesterday, Wednesday the 25th, and one of the accused has pleaded guilty. So they have not released the name out of concern for the person's safety. He was the driver. He was the driver that took them to that location on Gilmore Drive, and he was the one responsible for sharing up that money. He was the one who is responsible for dispersing the funds. Let's see, they will come out with more information, and of course we'll be keeping you up to date. So it is really sad when you see things like that happen, especially to such a young child. I just want to appeal to the mothers, right? Parents in general. There's a lot of single parents, a lot of homes that are headed by mothers. I was watching this program on television, and the teacher said whenever they have meetings at the school, it's mostly mothers, aunts, and grandmas that will show up. A lot of these homes do not have a father or a father figure in them. We can see that this has taken a toll on the young people. They don't have any guidance, right? The guidance is not there. It's really sad what's going on. We need people to step up in the community and be mentors. If you know someone who does not have a father figure, and the men, they're going so fast on a daily basis. You're seeing 3, 5, maybe even more men that are, being taken out on a daily basis. I'm just wondering to myself, what will happen? Because I know that most of them are fathers. So what is going to happen to these children? Right? Whenever you don't have a father, in the home, statistics shows that most of these kids will be either incarcerated. There's a high chance of the boys being incarcerated, and there's a high chance of the girls having children during their teen years. Even if there's not a father in the home, type of person, even if the person is not in the home, but that person will look at that male figure as a mentor, right? You have to find someone, if you're a single mom, to mentor your child. Mothers cannot raise boys. It takes a man to raise a boy into a man. A critical moment, that journey from a boy into a man, have to be there for them. Because someone can wave a few dollars in front of their faces, and then because they're weak to certain things, they fall for it. I want to make sure that the boys have morals, that they have high standards, that they respect human life, right? That they are there for their brothers and sisters. They're at school, they're doing homework, they're in extracurricular activity, all of those things. Keep them occupied, right? And make sure they're learning a skill. I can't tell you how important it is, especially for boys between, say, 14 and up. Start early. let them start learning a skill, even if they're at school. Because they do say the devil find work for idle hands. Girls can do it too. Girls, of course, can learn a skill while they're going to school, right? Because right now, people who are skilled are making more money than people who are doing 9 to 5 jobs in offices, right? So it is good to learn a skill, and it will be a second income for them. So it is really sad to see the crime rate, right? The crime rate has gone up very, very high, astronomical, right? And from the 80s, 90s to now is a whole lot of difference. We're talking at least double the MURDER rate, right? People are not thinking twice about taking out someone for a few dollars. I mean, a mother and a little baby. And it's mostly the inner city or people at the lower end of the scale. So why is this happening? A lot of kids, they don't have a father figure in the home, and they can do whatever they want. They don't have any guidance, no morals, nothing. As human beings, we're supposed to be protecting each other, helping each other along this journey, because it is a journey. We need people to step up and mentor these kids. We're losing too many people. There's a lot of free training. I know they've extended high school because they're trying to combat crime. So keep them in school longer. They can achieve more so that they are of more value to the employer. Because when you graduate 16, 17, most employers do not want to hire someone that young. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good idea, because before now, you'd have to pay for sixth form. Right now, sixth form would be free or mostly free. So I think people should take advantage of that, so that when you leave school, you have all the necessary tools to perform on the job. Most of the times, it's a lot of idle hands that are around, and then they get into a lot of, things that they should not be getting into, right? And we have to find a way, because I notice it's people mostly at the lower end of the scale that are being affected by crime and violence. And it's high time now someone hammers out something to stop the blood flow. Thank you for joining me on this video. Take care of yourself and others. Bye for now. See you on the next video.